Bob, thanks for being with us. It's great to see you again.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
So what do you make of this case, Bob? Is Lane's getting an appropriate sentence here, or is the liberal LA court going soft on him because he's a celebrity? What do you think?
Well, I mean, from the standards of my state, he actually got a pretty significant sentence. He faced up to 22 years, but that was never going to be. That's the maximum penalty there. The prosecutors were only asking for 13 years, and the judge gave 10. So, I mean, what you have here, obviously, it's a shooting. It's really bad. And she had to have surgery, so I'm not obviously condoning the conduct. But a 10-year sentence for something like that, I think, is a pretty significant sentence, and certainly be far greater than you would get in the state of New Jersey. So from my understanding of looking at other states and how they handle cases, I think it was an appropriate sentence. 10 years is a long time.
It is. I just don't understand why contemptibles like this Tory Lanez guy, who have really not much social value, come into our country to convict their felonies. Couldn't we deport him since he is from Canada and actually save the state some money here?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, listen, he is not a United States citizen. And typically, if you have what they call a crime of moral turpitude under the federal code, you would be deported. This is clearly the kind of offense that a person would be deported for. So your audience understands he would have to serve his entire sentence in the United States first. And then after that, I think it's likely he'll have deportation proceedings. I mean, look at Teresa Giudice and Joe Giudice, just as an example. That was only a fraud case and a person who had been living in the country for a substantial period of time, and he was deported back to Italy. So I suspect that that's what's going to happen here.
Interesting. Well, we will be waiting to see what happens with all this. I guess, you know, it's kind of par for the course with the rap community. It's usually all about gangs and anti-police and anti-white and pro-violence with them. So I guess it's not too shocking, but we shall see what happens. Let's turn now to Daniel Penny, the Marine veteran who was charged in the subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely, the homeless man who made multiple threats to passengers on board. Penny has now raised over $2.9 million in defense funds for his legal fees, which could easily cost in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and has also stated that any funds that remain from the Give, Send, Go will be donated to a mental health advocacy program in New York City. But this is somehow very controversial, Bob. Can you break down for us what's going on here? What could be the issue here? Why are people concerned with this? And why is this a problem if Daniel Penny's already been banned from GoFundMe because they don't allow fundraisers for alleged violent crime? So what's the issue here?
Yeah, it's funny. That's exactly where I want to go with this, because when I was reading and I didn't know about this, GoFundMe would not do that. Excuse me. I find it to be very disconcerting, to be honest with you. It seems to me in the legal system that depending on whether you're on the liberal side or on the margins, I mean, or on the conservative side, you like the rules to apply when they support a course you have, but not the other way around. Look, as a prosecutor and now as a criminal defense attorney, the fact of the matter is that many people do not have the financial capability of being able to defend themselves. We just got a not guilty verdict at trial on a violent crime case in my office just last week. And luckily, that person had the funds to hire a team of excellent attorneys to deliver what I believe to be a fair and just result. I mean, oftentimes people complain that the public defender's offices don't have the financial capability and, to be able to handle cases. So it amuses me that when somebody is trying to find financing in order to hire as best a lawyer they can afford, that we, in a system that believe that everyone is innocent until they're proven guilty, and that you have to have evidence proof beyond a reasonable doubt and a unanimous jury to convict you, that we would deny them the very funding that many times, I mean, it's almost a presumption that if you're charged with a crime, you're guilty. So to me, the philosophy of these companies that don't allow this is upending one of the most bedrock constitutional rights that we have. That is the presumption of innocence and proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So I can't in any way, shape, or form as a lawyer, it's not a conservative point, it's not a liberal point, it's just a point that this is the most important cherished rights in our Constitution. Why would we deny people the ability to be able to have adequate representation? It befuddles me.
Yeah, it truly is shocking and really sad to see, especially when we know that the drug-addicted criminal George Floyd was allowed to raise $15 million on GoFundMe for his memorial, but America can't back an innocent man who acted in self-defense. So it really is a shocking situation.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.